on the number line shown is a 0 halfway between R and S. So it looks like they give us 3 points on our number line, R, S, and T. And they just want to know, is 0 halfway between R and S? So somewhere around here. So what would that mean? That would have to mean R is negative and S is positive, but R and S are equal in magnitude. So R is negative and S is positive, but the absolute value of R is equal to the absolute value of S. Or you can think of it as the average of R and S. Is R plus S divided by 2 equal to 0? Which is really just the same as saying, is R plus S equal to 0? So those are all different ways of thinking about rephrasing the same question. Let's look at our statements. S is to the right of 0. Okay, so if that is all we know. So the only thing we know from the prompt really is the relative positions of R, S, and T. Now from statement 1, we know S is to the right of 0. So that means 0 could be here, and we'll say that's halfway between R and S, but 0 could also be over here, in which case it's not only not halfway between R and S, it's not even between R and S. So this here is going to be insufficient. Statement 2 says the distance between T and R is the same as the distance between a T and negative S. Okay. So maybe I might make myself a few number lines here, because I want to test out a couple scenarios. And maybe I'll make one more. So if the distance between T and R is the same as the distance between T and negative S. So the one example that comes to mind most easily is, what if I can make negative S the same point as R? So in that case, T will definitely be the same distance from both of them. So let's say I make R equal to -3, and that would make S equal to 3, because I want to make negative S also equal to -3. So, and I can say T is anything. So I'll say T is 5 here. So in this case, T is 8 away from both R and negative S. And but my question is, 0 halfway between R and S? So here, yes, because R and S are equal but opposite in magnitude. So 0 is between them. So this is a yes to my question. So now I'm thinking, okay, can I get a no? Can I get a case where 0 is not between R and S? And the problem is that we don't know, we don't even necessarily know where is negative S relative to S, because it's possible that S itself is negative, in which case negative S would be to the right of it. So can we do something with that? Let's say R is equal to -10. And let's say T is equal to, so let's say T is equal to -2. So if T is also negative, so now R and T are 8 away from each other. So if I want a number over here that is 8 away, I need it to be positive. So I want -6 or negative S to be equal to +6, because that will be 8 away from -2. So that means my S would have to be -6. So when this works, so the distance between T and R, which is 8, is the same as the distance between T and negative S. So these are both 8. except in this case, 0 is all the way over here, so it's nowhere near R or S. So we have a no to our question. So that is enough to determine that statement 2 by itself is insufficient. Now looking at them together. So now I know S has to be to the right of 0. So this is no longer possible. So if this guy is no longer possible, it looks like this is the only case I can have. So R has to be negative, S has to be some value that is positive in the same distance from 0 as R, and then 2 is also another positive. So if this is the only scenario, it looks like it's always going to be 0 will always be the midpoint between R and S when we look at them together. So C is the answer. That's sort of a tricky one. You gotta be alert and be good with your sort of your visualization of and manipulation of numbers visually. Hard question.